Hello everyone, good morning. Sorry I'm late. I woke up at like 10. Good thing that I don't work today. Also, hello Sovereign. Take your time on BRB. Yeah, today we're going to complete the main quest, Nature of the Beast, which... Let's look at that. Brazilian Forest, okay, that's fine. Blight, Nature of the Beast. Um, we need to... Supposedly we need to slay Witherfang and bring his heart to Zathrian. Zathrian told you that the curse has befallen the elves, originated in the great wolf Witherfang. If the beast is slain, Zathrian may be able to use its heart to break the curse. However, what we've learned is that the werewolves are not mindless beasts. They are suffering because of the curse. But somehow they've either retained or regained their intelligence. So, we didn't actually swear that we were going to bring Zathrian Witherfang's heart. That's just what he thinks we're going to be doing. What we're actually going to be doing is just finding a way to break the curse so that the Dalish will, honor their commitment. And if that means, doing it in a way that Zathrian doesn't want, well, all I care about is the curse being broken. I don't care how it happens. But last, side to the underwhelming sequel. Welcome. So yeah, last time we had completed some side quests in the forest. We gave an acorn to an ancient tree spirit. In return, the tree spirit gave us the ability to pierce through the magic that is cloaking where the werewolves are. Because for some reason they're being protected by the spirit of the forest. Probably important. We also played matchmaker to a couple of young elves. We found an elven hunter's wife who unfortunately did befall the curse. She became a werewolf and could not handle the suffering of the curse and asked us to end said suffering and essentially to pass her goodbyes on to her husband. So we did. And we also may have poked around in a few places in the forest we probably shouldn't have. We were able to help Ahala because we actually have survival. Yeah. Now it's time to enter the forest temple and slay Ghost Ganon. Wait, I'm thinking of Zelda. Never mind. Let's go and bring Alistair. Yes. We'll need Win. Morgan will probably disapprove of what we're going to be doing. So... let's bring... Sten.
Yes.
Sten will too, but... the difference with Sten is... he does have grudging respect because I am his commander. Oh yeah, I also have these I need to give out. Okay. Well, let's see here. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. And you're gonna get that. I'm going to get this. No. This. There we go. And then win. I'm just gonna use it. Okay. Yoink. Yoink. Yoink.
It is done.
Okay. So let's level up. Next. We have no skills we can grab. So next. Talents. Oh. That's locked by a level. Okay. Never mind. Probably should have given that to somebody else. Oh well. Level up. For win, we get arcane talent. Aura of might. There we go. We're gonna want her to get Fade Shroud here pretty soon. And then Sten, we're going to up his cunning by that. And then we're gonna up his willpower. 20. Cunning will go up to 16. There we go. No specialization points yet, because he's only level 13. But he's gonna be... Actually, he'll probably be my Reaver. To be honest. Alright, give him that. And survival. Let's do stunning blows. That requires more strength. Gotcha. That requires more dex. So death blow it is. Alright. Dead bar. Oh, what's... I smell experience points around here. Giant bar. Hello, Floof. Happy blow stuff up day. Wait, did I level? I did level. Cool. I'll go and raise our magic up to 20. That's a moderately sized bear. True. And then we're just gonna bump up our dex, because that's our main attack power, or attack stat. Next. We're one level away from getting pinpoint strike. And then we'll basically don't need skill our talents at all until uh, we get to awakening. All right. Let's see here. Do talents. Gonna get rid of some bear, and we're gonna summon a spider. Yeah. Ooh, I got a poisonous spider. Nice. And I can hear it clicking, clacking. Ah. Oh. Hello. It's a good thing I have fire weapons. Yeah, welcome, Zikale. I don't know if I said that. I'm still kind of half asleep. The great thing about being on holiday leave is I don't have to wake up at 4 in the morning. So I didn't. Oh yeah, no. We're gonna not skin her alive. Alright, let's see here. We need to go down here. So we'll go south, because that's where the crazy old hermit was. He's dead. And that was the ancient tombs. Yeah, we need to go this way. South. Grab the elf fruit. Yep, there's the barrier. Now we should, thanks to the Elder Tree Spirit's magic, we should be able to just walk right through. The Grand Oak's branch allows you to pass the barrier.
The forest has not been vigilant enough. Still you come. You are stronger than we could have anticipated. The Dalish chose well, but you do not belong here, outsider. Leave this place.
Why won't you let me try to settle this dispute?
You are sent by the treacherous Dalish to kill Witherfang. I will not stand by and allow that to happen.
Actually, I've been sent to break the curse. Zathrian wants me to kill Witherfang. But if there's a way to break the curse without killing Witherfang, I am open to it. I just want the Dalish to help me fight the fucking Blight. That's it. I have no intention of harming Witherfang. I just want to talk.
I do not believe you. I will not risk believing you. You are an intruder in our home. You come to kill, as all your kind do. We have learned this lesson well. Here, Witherfang protects us. Here we learn our names and are beloved. We will defend Witherfang and this place with our lives.
Okay, let me get this straight. I don't want to fight you, but at the same time, I am not going to just stand by and let you kill me. Hey, ow. Okay. That was weird. So, my spider died. Well, time to summon the spider. Alright.
What's on your mind?
Just thinking about
Is
me and
something
Great Warden.
troubling you?
It's just difficult sometimes.
You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden.
No one
You
listens
defend
to me.
all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight.
I will be ready when the time comes.
And that gives me hope.
Alright, well. What should we name the spider? Because, the bear that I can summon I've named Baloo. I think I named the wolf Fenrir. I have no idea what we're going to name the spider. Shelob. Okay. Come on, Shelob. Let's go. Right. Well, there's all this loot. I'm gonna help myself. Onyx Demon Statue. A gift to Alistair. Cool. Do wonder. Lord of the Rings. Familiar warding runes are carved into this tombstone. Poke!
Why can't the dead stay around where they belong?
No.
Only desperation.
Alright, let's see here. You've got the ability to cleanse, right? Okay. Oh, not yet. Requires level 14. She's just now level 14. So she had... Oh, that was one of the things I could have picked. Okay. Well, that's why we have injury kits. There you go. Instead, penalty to cunning. Yeah, you'll be fine.
We are invaded. Intruders have deceived their way into the forest's heart. Fall back to the ruins. Protect the lady.
I'm not here to fight you. But you've killed a lot of... Yeah, in self-defense.
Be on your guard. I think we're being watched.
Gather your party and venture forth? Yes. Alright. The ruins. Upper level.
Got it.
Okay. That looks like you found a secret door.
Now's better than later.
Oh! Found a secret door full of death.
Alright, alright.
I'm not here to fight you, but if you attack me, I'll be forced to defend myself. Don't mistake my mercy for weakness. Exactly. Love letter. Alright.
Is this an elven place? Did the elves live underground, just like the dwarves?
Live? Maybe. But I don't think it's like the dwarves. I think they're primarily surface dwellers. They just, you know, had buildings with underground features. But I'm not sure they were interconnected underground.
Can I get you a ladder? You
Secret.
can get off my back. I'll get on it.
And that'd be the Falmer or the Dwemer. Wait, wrong RPG. Yeah. Okay. So. Go down here. Me wonders. Okay, that leads to Canton. That leads to the lair of the werewolves. Okay. I did not know. I don't know anything about Elder Scrolls. I don't typically play Bethesda games because they just don't click with me. The closest I've gotten is the Outer Worlds, which I just bought because it was on sale. And it's alright so far. I've only just made it off the first planet. But it hasn't gripped me yet like, say, The Witcher, Cyberpunk, or the Mass Effect series, or hell, even Dragon Age. The thing, like I said, I just got off the first planet, so I don't know. I'll give it time. And if my first playthrough goes well, then, well, I'll add it to the stream queue. Oh yeah, speaking of spiders. Fucking hell. Sherbob. Shelob. Come. Eat your brethren. Or sisters. Since most spiders are female. Because male ones typically get eaten by the females.
Alright, alright.
Depends on the area. Yeah, I know, it depends upon the spiders. Some, the males are just, like, incredibly tiny compared to the females. Others, after mating, they will get eaten by the female. But typically, if you're going to be a spider, you want to be a female one. New playthrough. Oh, modded Baldur's Gate 3 is so fun.
Got it.
I think with Bethesda-style games, I don't know, there's just something about it that just doesn't click with me. It doesn't capture
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
the imagination or fascination like other RPGs do. Not that I'm putting down Bethesda games for that, I'm just not for me. It got early. Yeah, if I had gotten into them earlier, it probably would have helped. The game with Dragon in years. So play every day is a BTS game. That game with the Dragon Age? To be fair, you're going to be a little bit more specific on that one, because there's dragons in a lot of games. Skyrim? I know Skyrim has a lot of dragons in it. Like how sandboxy there. If you like sandboxy kind of RPGs, you'll love The Witcher. Okay, Skyrim was that game. Gotcha. But yeah, The Witcher 3 has one of the biggest play maps in gaming history. It's called Velen. Not only does it have like the swamp and stuff of Velen, it's also got the northern parts being Novigrad, which is like the big city there. It's got a bit of Redenia, Danya. Rodan is the Godzilla monster. Which country is Radovid from? I know it begins with an R. Redania? I think it might be Redania. Anyway, it's got parts of that in it. There's also Skellig, which is a huge fucking island full of, you know, Polish Vikings. And then in Blood and Wine expansion, I mean, they call it DLC. No, it's a fucking expansion. You've got the Polish fantasy French province of Toussaint, which is huge in and of itself. And there is kind of a recommended order in which you play the quests in The Witcher 3. You do not have to follow it unless there's like strict level requirements, and those are only for like Blood and Wine. And even then, I think the game will let you go in there underleveled, but they will make you pay for it by killing you. No, I'm planning on, after we finish Cyberpunk, I'm planning on returning to The Witcher 3 since it's CDPR. The only thing with The Witcher 3 is that you're stuck as a specific character, Geralt. Fair enough. Yeah, as Witcher, you are playing Geralt of Rivia. kind of like how in Mass Effect you are playing Commander Shepard. Granted, Mass Effect gives you a little bit more leniency in how you create your Shepard, but a big thing that people didn't like about Mass Effect 3 was lack of control over what Shepard said, which I get, but by the same token, Shepard is not... Shepard is their own character. Fond enough of Geralt to anglicize his name. Fair enough. I just have always heard him as Geralt, so that's how I call him. But at least I'm okay with controlling a character not of my own creation. Just be fair enough. But you do have some influence over Geralt's actions. So, while Geralt is his own character, my Geralt may not necessarily be the same as your Geralt. If you know what I mean.
Some architect, clearly something to the arch.
There's also different ways you can go about combat. Floof, for instance, loves to just, I think he's like bear school, go and hack and slash and, just tank the damage and do enough damage that doesn't matter the weakness or resistance. They're just going to die because unstoppable juggernaut. I prefer to go with the school of the wolf, which is potions, decoctions, oils for the blade. So when I go after something, I literally poison myself trying to, resist the damage that target's doing to me, and I've got enough offensive potions and oils on my blades that 1 or 2 hits is going to kill. It's a fellow tall crafter. Yeah. That's actually an interesting way of describing the process of character creation. I kind of like it. Yeah, Geralt, I would say, is kind of close to a V. Which, fitting since they're both cyberpunk, or not cyberpunk, but both CDPR characters. Still from Ultimate Warrior. Okay. But just like you can make your V be a net runner, a nomad gunslinger, or, beat 'em up, Geralt, depending upon which school of armor and skills you go through, he'll have a different playstyle. You can also play him as, the true Witcher. I'm only here to kill monsters. You got your own problems. You can also have him be sympathetic to different political parties or another, like Temeria. You could even have him be, full on, I'm pro Nilfgaard because I have no soul. So it you have more customization in your Geralt than you might initially think. But if you need like paper doll levels of customization, I totally get that.
I see a trap. I see a trap. I see a trap. I see a trap.
I hear big
I see a
creature,
trap.
but I don't see big creature. I love how disarming
Can I
pressure
get you a
plates
ladder
and
so you can get off my
traps
back?
gives you XP. I think this is one of the few games where, like, even in Baldur's Gate, or at least the third one. Oh, there we go. Dragon! That's what I was hearing. Fuck you.
Now definitely.
Ow! Get off me! Son of a bitch.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? I'll get on it.
Okay. Trap disarmed. Soldier corpse. Knight corpse. There's a lot of corpses. Dwarf corpse. An elf. Go underground where dwarf fear tread. I'll never hear the end of this. God, I love Lord of the Rings.
I'll get on it.
I've never read the books. I know it. I'm such a blasphemer, and heretic. But the Peter Jackson movies are just fantastic. I want to, but at the same time, I know me. I have a short attention span. Oh my god. Is that a short bow? No, that's a long bow. Okay. Gift for more again. We're gonna destroy the firebolt. And the greater nature's salve. And the lyrium potion. We're gonna take everything else. Yeah, that's why I like the movies, because, like, I can handle the extended director's cut edition. And I get it's not going to be the same as the books. I understand that. But, I just comprehend things better in, like, the movie or play format than reading. Like, I'm going to tell you a story. Back in high school, I dreaded any time that we were going to be reading a Shakespeare play because I couldn't understand him, like, at all. And so, despite me, you know, being intelligent, because pretty much every other class I usually got high B's, low A's as the average. But whenever we did Shakespeare plays, I would get like D's and F's. And I don't remember if it was my junior or my senior teacher, but she was like, after the first play we read, I forget what it was, she was like, so you didn't do very good. Like, I know. I have no idea what they're trying to say. I can't read it. So she's like, okay, well, Hamlet's coming up. She pulled out the Kenneth Branagh movie of Hamlet. She said, watch this. Don't read it, just watch it. I got an A in that. Because I could understand Hamlet. And when I asked, why do you want me to watch it? She's like, this is a play. Technically, you're not supposed to read it. You're supposed to watch it. And I think that's your problem. You can't comprehend ye olde English in written form. But I'm willing to bet you could probably comprehend it if you watched it the way the bard intended. And it worked. I want to make sure we've been everywhere. Looks like we have, okay. And to this day, I'm ashamed that I forgot her name. But she was a great English teacher because she actually, you know, figured out, you know, she didn't just write me off as like some dumb student. She's like, you can't learn it this way. Let's try a different way. Yeah.
Now's better than later.
So,
Looks like somebody wants to die again.
while I do like to read books, sometimes I get more out of the movies of said books. Now, granted, I would much rather watch a source-accurate movie than, you know, one that was changed for artistic license. Yeah, I am definitely a visual learner. Very much so. What are you shooting? Oh, okay. I would also say that I'm a tactile learner, too. Like, if, I probably need to start destroying some of the stuff I'm looting. Let's see here. Like, oh yeah, let's get rid of these. If I'm, trying to learn how to build something, I get a lot more out of it, not just, you know, watching somebody do it, but also messing with it with my hands, trying to put it together, take it apart, figure out how it works, sort of thing. Alright, Alistair, let's give you this.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow.
Stan, let's give you that.
Unexpected. Thank you.
Okay, I don't need this. Let's see here. Thorn of the Dead God. Darkspawn. We're getting rid of that. Wolf Killer. Darkspawn. We're getting rid of that. We're getting rid of that. Speaking of fire arrows, I should probably put those on. There we go. Fire arrows. Mage's Eye. Just gonna get rid of the short bow. I might give that to Zephyrin. Get rid of the longbow. Get rid of just the dagger. The Darmisu. Axe. Because I'm getting heavy, and I won't be able to sell anything real off. So I'm just gonna get rid of, you know, the common shit. So I'm not so heavy. Alright. That should be enough for now. Okay, let's go. Rapid shot. Okay.
I'll get on it.
I don't need lyrium potions because I'm not a mage. But Wynn's a mage? Yeah, well, I can never tell her to take her fucking potions either, so there's no point. In fact, I can never tell any of the party to take their goddamn medicine. Ah, they killed my spider. I forgot, anytime you move to a new area, you have to resummon your summons.
Now's better than later.
Okay. So we'll go down that way first. So let's go ahead and save. I'm exploring, trying to get everything that isn't... Okay, I can't go that way. Gotcha. Everything that isn't required done first. So I want to get all the cool stuff.
Mummy? Mummy, no matter, son.
Are you looking for your mother? I can help you find her.
Mummy! Mummy! Mummy!
Although, this is probably just, you know, lack of an asset. But this child here is supposed to be an elvish child. The model, though, is human. You can tell because of the ears. They're round. Come on, what are you seeing? Oh, that's not good. Alright.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? That.
You called.
Oh, I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Do you find Ferelden very strange?
To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Our farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
Never mind.
Very well.
It's cool.
As you wish.
So I was trying to click on the sarcophagus, and then Sten showed up. Fancy scroll for win, and a tablet. Okay. Elven ritual. The earthen tablet you recovered is covered in writing, perhaps elven. Most of the lettering is faded, making it indecipherable. There are numerous pictographs, however, which seem to indicate some kind of cleansing ritual to perform prior to honoring the dead. The first pictograph depicts an earthen jug being placed on an altar. The second shows an elf kneeling before the altar and praying. The third shows an elf taking a single sip of the water from the jug. The fourth shows the elf emptying the remainder of the water into the pool. The last shows an elaborate doorway, perhaps opening or closing. It is unclear which. Alright. I remember that one. Alright. Also, Win, I have present for you, even though we're pretty much maxed out on your approval rate. There you go.
Oh, marvelous.
Let me just randomly save for no reason. It's not like this game is buggy or anything. Fire arrows. Yay! I love fire arrows. I like fire. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have an affinity for all things flame related. I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast fireball.
Now's better than later.
Alright, what is this? Oh, this is that thing. Okay. So, we need to... It's a fountain. Need to find a jug. An earthen jug. Same as my first current D&D character is a fire-based sorcerer. The Pyromancer. The altar is plain, covered in a thin layer of dust. Numerous carvings cover the surface, but most are eroded beyond legibility. The altar alone. Water in the pool is clear, cool and clean. It is refreshed from an internal source, perhaps magically. Submerged in the water is what appears to be a small earthen jug. Take the earthen jug. You take the jug out of the pool. It is made of clay and appears to be none the worse for its long submersion. Fill the earthen jug with water. Dip the jug in water until it fills completely. Leave the pool alone. Place the earthen jug, or filled earthen jug, on top of the water, or on top of the altar. Kneel before the altar and pray. Kneel before the altar Pray touching your forehead to the ground as depicted on the tablet. You feel a sense of rightness and approval around you. Examine the earthen jug on the altar. The earthen jug sits on the altar and is currently filled with water. Take a single sip from the water in the jug. You carefully take a sip from the water and then place it on the altar. Then we take the earthen jug. Leave the altar alone. Then, if I remember right, yeah, we need to empty the remainder here. I remember the first time I actually did this quest the right way. Dump the water and the jug back in the pool. Slowly you spill the water out of the jug back in the pool. As soon as the jug is empty, it suddenly shatters, the pieces falling into the pool. And a door opens. Your brother's cat unplugged them out. That is why my void babies are not allowed in the computer room. There is too many cables for them to play with. And as much as I love my void babies,
Now's better than later.
I don't want them playing with the electronics.
Iran, Salanon, Iranala, Foros.
Oh, yeah, okay. This is also a human model. You need help? Are you lost here, spirit? Maybe I should have brought Zevran. He might have been able to interpret. Ah, shit. Well, okay. Okay, well. Pile
I'll
of
get on it.
bones.
Got it.
Juggernaut plate armor. Cool. Uthanara. To the ancient elves who existed during the time of Arlathan, Uthanara was an act of reverence. Elves did not age. They are not immortal, but they did not suffer from the deterioration of mind or body. They only suffered from a deterioration of the spirit. It did not happen often, but the oldest of elves were said to reach a point where they became weary of life. Memories became too much to bear, and rather than fade into complacency, they voluntarily stood aside to let newer generations guide their people. Uthanara means the long sleep, in which the elder would retire to a chamber that was one part bed and one part tomb. Too great ceremony from all the extended family, the elder would succumb to a slumber from which they would not wake for centuries, and often never. In time, the body would deteriorate, and the elder would die in truth. All the while, the family would continue to visit the chamber and pay respect to the one who made such a great sacrifice. With the arrival of humans and the quickening of elven blood that ensued, the practice of Uthanara began to fade. When Alathan fell, it ceased forever. So there, Noldorin. I'm not familiar with that term. So all I can say is maybe. Arabels, History of the Dragon, Part 1, Dragon Cults. I'm just gonna do our calls, right? Okay. Quest updated. I guess that's completed quests. Yeah, okay. The Eldar, firstborn. They too never died. Oh, Tolkien's elves. Okay. Set time. I suppose then, yeah. That sounds about right. What I kind of like is about that is, yeah, they're functionally immortal, but
Now's
they're
the moment.
not gods. So it takes into account just the sheer toll that immortality would have on a non-divine mind. So yeah, your body will live forever, but do you really want it to? Sort of thing. So how they deal with it is like, okay, well, I'm done. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Forever. Take care. Everyone. Can everyone steals from the prof? I mean, it's the way I see it is Tolkien is such, or was such a visionary in his ideas, had such a profound impact on Western culture. He's basically like the, or akin to the modern day's version of Greek mythology. Um, to the point where pretty much his work, just like the Hellenic Greek, he's the English Homer. Yes, yes, that. He's so influential that you take him away, Western culture kind of is diminished, like drastically. One thing I don't like about the point and click is when other people get in the way.
Too quick for you.
So I end up misclicking, and it's just like, son of a bitch.
Why can't the dead stay in the ground where they belong?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Frank Baum is also influential, but I'd say that as influential and iconic as The Wizard of Oz is, Tolkien's work had a far greater impact, because like you said, everyone steals from Tolkien, and there's a reason for it. You steal from the best.
Got it.
Something might be placed. Okay. Phylactery. This elaborate artifact has a gem-like structure which appears to be blood, fresh and liquid even after all this time. The gem is vibrating slightly. Show the artifact to the party members.
This appears to be a phylactery of some kind. The essence of a mage kept magically preserved. If that were all it is, however, I would be surprised.
Elf magic.
Is that blood in there? Whose, I wonder? You'd think it would be all dried up after so long. There must be magic involved.
But yeah, and modern King Arthur stories all feel like they stole from T.H. White's The Once and Future King because they often do human costumes. Yeah. I mean, just because of human nature, we tend to pull inspiration from those that came before us. We like patterns, whether we want to admit to it or not. Which is why tropes aren't bad if they're used properly. So it's not a bad thing to take inspiration from places like The Once and Future King, Lord of the Rings. The important thing is how you make your interpretation. If you add a little bit of your own stuff to it, then it's great. Like Dragon Age, for example, takes from Lord of the Rings, obviously. But it has its own unique twists and feel to it that while you can clearly tell it comes from Tolkien, there's enough of its own identity in there that it feels like its own thing. At least, you know, for the first couple entries. Veilguard feels more like Disney presents Dragon Age, a dark fantasy for kids. I've only dabbled in Veilguard on the PS5 because I went ahead and got it when it was the free game of the month. And it just feels like a Pixar movie of a dark fantasy. Does anybody else get that? The Walt Disney Company presents J.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. Oh my god, if Disney got the rights to Lord of the Rings, I think Tolkien himself would return from the grave and smack the shit out of whoever sold that to them. Touch it. The gem is warm to the touch, and your mind immediately begins swimming with visions, images, and memories of a life not your own. The presence of the gem is the first alarm when it senses your touch, or recoils in fear, and the images that rush your minds are ones of imprisonment and loneliness. I am sorry, I did not mean to frighten you. As I tell people who hate the Jacks, maybe it could have been worse. Yeah. That's what Veilguard feels like, which happens when the studio gets together 20 minutes. Exactly. The BioWare of today is not the BioWare of its heyday. Pretty much all of those people, the ones that wrote your favorite BioWare games, like Dragon Age Origins, the Mass Effect trilogy, Knights of the Old Republic, the original Baldur's Gate, Jade Empire, they're gone. Either they left voluntarily to pursue other endeavors, or they got fired. Who runs, or the devs and writers that make up BioWare today are not the same, and they do not share the same kinship, I'll say, with the IP as the people that made it do. To them, it's just a chance to get their name out there. But they don't. It doesn't feel like they actually have a connection to the IP that they are now the stewards of. The presence calms and interact with indecisions. Rather than have you leave, it begs you to stay. More images flash through your mind. Time that the presence has spent trapped in the life gem. Time when the presence has slept, gone mad, then slept again. The presence has no name it can remember. You get the sense of an elf, a mage in glittering silver armor. But this was long ago. Remember it as if through a fog. You were once a mage. You can see images of the elf in silver armor. One who is mage and warrior both. The name for the order he belongs to translate in your mind to arcane warrior. What is an arcane warrior exactly? The presence can remember little. You see images of an order of elven mages who channel their spells into their strength, fighting as arcane warriors to defend their charges. The presence could give you what knowledge remains within it of how to become an arcane warrior. You are no mage yourself, but you could teach such knowledge to those who are. This is all the presence has left to offer any longer, the last of its memories. In turn, the presence asks only one thing from you: oblivion. How would I give you the release you seek? The images that come are faint and uncertain. You see a stone altar and the life gem placed upon that altar. The life gem then vibrates and explodes, destroying the presence within forever. The yearning that follows this image is keen and almost hopeless. Yeah, I'll try and help you. The image becomes tinged with desperation. The presence cannot remember where the altar is, but it knows that the life gem must be placed on it. And I will approach the stone altar with the gem. As the life gem nears the altar, the presence becomes overwhelmed with emotion. Could its endless nightmare finally be over? The images sent to your mind are to pick a clear question. Do you still wish to learn the skills of the arcane warrior? The presence is ready to teach you now. Canonically, we have to say yes, otherwise, there's no reason why, well, we're gonna make Sten a Reaver, even though, we lost the ability in this playthrough to learn it. The reason why I can make Win an arcane warrior, despite not having to do this, and Sten a Reaver is these playthroughs are account locked. And once you unlock something in a different playthrough, if it's the same account, you get access to it. So yeah, thanks to my adventures as Elrond the Mage, we unlock the Arcane Warrior. And as an off-stream one, where I decided to be an asshole dwarven noble who was a warrior, I unlocked the Reaver by pouring blood all over Andraste's ashes. Yeah, Wynn and Liliana did not like that. That was a bad playthrough. But, you know. So we're actually going to go number 2. I require nothing in return for an act of mercy. The last images of the presence are ones of joy. Oblivion will be a welcome relief. Level up. Wynn levels up. Yay. And Wynn is the Arcane Warrior. We're gonna up her con. Give her expert combat training. And cleansing aura. So she can now magic away our injuries. Yeah, spending eternity inside a flask where you begin to lose your memories, your whole self or sense of self. Yeah, no one should be condemned to an eternity for that. I believe in an afterlife, but an afterlife of, you know, being in the care of a benevolent, loving, divine creator. So your eternal soul is actually being taken care of. Not whatever the hell that was.
So be it.
Get you a ladder so you can get off my back.
And get rid of that. Taylor Longbow, Iron Bar. Yeah, we can sell it. I love the clacking of my spider.
I know how desperate you are. You're pathetic.
Alright, what's in here? Nothing. Well, we're going to quick save. Because I really gotten get in the habit of spamming the most important spell in the game more often.
I'll get on it.
The quick save. Because while I love Dragon Age Origins, it's not the most stable of games.
I see a trap. I see a trap. I see a trap.
God damn it! Who stepped on the fucking trap? This is why you let your rogue turn the traps off, you mother... God. Fucking damn it. Done? We done burning everything to death?
I see a trap.
Are you gonna let your rogue disarm them all now?
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old?
Not really. Only what I've heard in the old tales.
It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Go on.
The Blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men.
And what happened then?
The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead, and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back, and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
This story isn't about a specific battle, is it?
You are observant. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
Yeah, the unsung heroes of Dragon Age Origins, the Grey Wardens. But even in Origins, the one game that kind of like does the most to promote Grey Warden heroism, even then, they weren't afraid to say, yeah, the Grey Wardens will take anyone. And their sole reason for existence is to fight Darkspawn, defeat the Blight. Which, you know, our Warden, Carolina here, and Alistair are extremely heroic versions of this. But not all Wardens are. As we'll see in later games.
Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I like that almost half of this XP has come from just disabling traps. Duncan was kind of an asshole before he died. Glory says. Duncan, I would say he's a heroic asshole. Because there was a purpose behind his assholishness. He brook no how do I want to say this? Words not good. He never sugarcoated anything, but his heart was genuinely in the right place. And he did want to see, you know, the land free of the Blight, but and while he was willing to cross a lot of lines, there were some that he wasn't willing to cross. But he did have a sense of honor. But by the same token, He'll recruit from anybody. If you'll fight the Darkspawn, he doesn't care your origin. And in order to protect the Grey Warden's secrets, he will kill. So I would, like, if I would put Duncan on an alignment, I would put him probably as lawful neutral. But closer to the good alignment than the evil alignment. Alistair here is definitely lawful good. As is Wynn. Stan is very much lawful neutral. Morgan, I would say, is chaotic neutral. Maybe closer to the evil side than true neutral, but, you know. Given who she was raised by, we can forgive her for that. Liliana, I would say would be neutral good. She is a rogue, but that's more because she's a spy, not a thief. And what she does is for the betterment of all, at least now. So I would say neutral good. Shale, I think would be the closest we get to true neutral, because she just doesn't care about anything. She just exists. The only thing she really hates is birds. Yeah. I would say Shale would be true neutral. Zevran, he's an assassin. So I would say Zevran is chaotic evil. But could be worked up to chaotic neutral. He's definitely affably evil. You know, the pleasant evil, more or less. Then that would leave the secret companion. Who we're not gonna get this playthrough. But he would be lawful evil. Although you could probably redeem him up to lawful neutral. And then the dog is just, or Barkspawn is the goodest of boys. So, chaotic good. And then Carolina herself, she is definitely on the good alignment, but I would put her on the neutral good, because while she's a noble, but she has a problem with kleptomania. So, neutral good. Because, what exactly is the laws of possession anyway? If you're too unobservant for me, or to not see me try and take it, did you really want it in the first place? But while Carolina will, kleptomaniacally steal from you, she's not going to try and kill you for your stuff. If you catch, she's like, oh, my bad, here. Take this as a repayment. It's just, you know. My hands, they like to wander. And then she'd compliment you on your perception. I mean, the way I see Carolina's kleptomania is, it's kind of similar to Selena Kyle. Does Selena need to steal? Probably not. Will Selena kill to steal something? No. That would be abhorrent to her. But does she like the thrill of
Now's better than later.
taking something that doesn't really belong to her? Oh yeah, definitely. So I see that Carolina too. She just wants or likes to know that she can do it. Oh, fireball. Ow. Good thing I'm resistant to fire, you fuck. Oh, you son of a bitch.
It's a good day to die.
See, this is why I'm shooting from range. You get too close, and the arcane whore runs away. Alright.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Got it.
Battle axe. We'll save that for Ogren. We'll take all these. How are we looking at? Okay. A little heavy. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay. Destroy that.
It's a good day to die.
Why are you shooting in a melee? I don't know. I'm just gonna get rid of that. 'Cause I don't need it. Get rid of this. I will take the others. Oh, they're fighting Win. Okay. Win! Attack!
Better than later.
God damn it, Win.
I'll get on it.
alive. Mostly.
Use your aura. Oh. Fine. Fine. And eat your injury kit. There you go.
Got it.
Take your damn medicine. Nope. We're going to 5. F5, best spell in the game. Even better than the legendary gun. If only I had the ability to have unlimited inventory. I have not seen the mod for that. And I am too scared to try and go into the game's files to, because I'm also computer illiterate. So I'm don't want to go into the game's files to try and find the line of code that dictates how much you can carry and set it to infinite. Yeah, don't do shit you think will break. Exactly. And I think that would break my game, and I don't want that to happen. Alright. So, how do we advance? Oh, okay. We don't. We go this way. Thought this looked kind of familiar. Lair of the werewolves.
Now's better than later.
Alrighty. Corpse gall. Lovely. Alright.
You called,
No, I didn't.
as you wish.
You walked into my clique. Alright. Give me food. Alright, see you in a bit. God damn it, werewolves! How did I lose Win and Sten? Alright, just get you to kinda Alright, so what is your armor? Silverite. Should be good. Alright, what's your... Requires 38 strength, okay. Well... Let's give you these. And... let's give you that. Oh yeah, we need to heal that up. There we go. Okay.
All right, all right. I see a trap.
There's the trap.
I see a trap.
That's okay.
You called,
No!
as you wish.
Trying to loot things.
All right, all right.
Get rid of that.
All right, all right.
Okay. Rubble! Money! Oh yeah. You know what? Just to piss the werewolves off even more. We're gonna take away that, and we're gonna summon Fenrir. Wolfie! It's a blight wolf. Nice.
Now
Pile
better
of
than later.
filth. Mmm, yum. I just stuck my hands in shit to get a crystal. Alright.
Got it. I'll get on it.
Let me... Okay, I can't unlock it. There we go. It's unlocked. Now let me take from it. Fucking hell. There we go. down here is a pile of sacks for a lesser ice cell. Don't need it. Pile of junk. Money. Okay. Quick save. And we're off. Hi.
Stop! Brothers and sisters, be at ease. We do not wish any more of our people hurt. I ask you this now, outsider. Are you willing to parley?
The question is, are you still willing to parlay? Because I've been trying to talk to you fuckers ever since I got here. But yes, I am willing to talk.
Not with me. I have been sent to you on behalf of the lady. She believes you may not be aware of everything you should be.
She's probably right.
She means you no harm, provided your willingness to parley in peace is an honest one.
If you were willing to talk, why didn't you earlier?
Swiftrunner did not think it would matter. The lady disagrees. And since you have forced your way this far, we must acquiesce to her wishes.
Alright, then take me to this lady.
Follow me. But I warn you, if you break your promise and harm her, I will come back from the Fade itself to see you pay.
That implies that you'd be dead in the first place. That looks like a forest spirit.
I bid you welcome, mortal. I am the Lady of the Forest.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
Do not listen to her, lady. She will betray you. We must attack her now.
Hush, Swiftrunner. Your urge for battle has only seen the death of the very ones you've been trying to save.
Thank you for being the voice of
Is
reason.
that what you want?
No, my lady. Anything but that.
And the time has come to speak with this outsider, to set our rage aside. I apologize on Swiftrunner's behalf. He struggles with his nature.
As do we all.
Truer words were never spoken. But few could claim the same as these creatures, that their very nature is a curse forced upon them. No doubt you have questions, mortal. There are things that Zathrian has not told you.
Is that so? Such as?
It was Zathrian who created the curse that these creatures suffer. The same curse that Zathrian's own people now suffer. Centuries ago, when the Dalish first came to this land, a tribe of humans lived close to this forest. They sought to drive the Dalish away. Zathrian was a young man then. He had a son and daughter he loved greatly. And while out hunting, the human tribe captured them both.
I can see where this is going.
The humans tortured the boy, killed him. The girl they raped and left for dead. The Dalish found her, but she learned later she was with child. She killed herself.
So Zathrian cursed them, I take it.
Zathrian came to this ruin and summoned a terrible spirit, binding it to the body of our great wolf. So Witherfang came to be. Witherfang hunted the humans of the tribe. Many were killed, but others were cursed by his blood, becoming twisted and savage creatures.
Twisted and savage, just as Witherfang himself is.
Deceit is the nature of men.
They were driven into the forest. When the human tribe finally left for good, their cursed brethren remained, pitiful and mindless animals.
Until I found you, my lady. You gave me peace.
I showed Swiftrunner that there was another side to his bestial nature. I soothed his rage and his humanity emerged. And he brought others to me.
Why'd you ambush the Dalish then? For revenge?
In part, we seek to end the curse. The crimes committed against Zathrian's children were grave, but they were committed centuries ago by those who are long dead. Word was sent to Zathrian every time the land ships passed this way, asking him to come, but he has always ignored us. We will no longer be denied.
We spread the curse to his people, so he must end the curse to save them.
Please, mortal. You must go to him. Bring him here. If he sees these creatures, hears their plight, surely he will agree to end the curse.
I think he just wishes to cure his own people, nothing else.
He will never break the curse, my lady. He will never allow it. You know this.
We cannot know that. Surely his rage does not run so deep he would endanger his own clan. If Zathrian comes, I shall summon Witherfang. I possess that power. I also have the power to ensure Witherfang is never found. Tell Zathrian this. If he does not come, if he does not break the curse, he will never find Witherfang, and he will never cure his people.
And what if there is no way to break this curse?
I believe there is. There must be.
If there is no way, then he dies. Then they all die.
Alright. I'll find Tuvok and I'll bring him here. Then we'll have a come to Andraste moment. You know, since the term has come to Jesus moment, but there is no Jesus in Dragon Age, whatever.
And we shall await your return. Outside of this chamber, the passage leading back to the surface has been opened for you. Return with Zathrian as soon as you can.
Alright. Well, I am a kleptomaniac, so is there... Can I steal? Damn. Can I try and steal from... Damn it. What? Don't judge me.
What's on your mind?
It's Grey Warden, I'll never live a normal life, will I?
No, you won't.
I could try, but it wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't, would it? Being a Grey Warden is in your blood now. You can't escape it. You wonder sometimes, don't you? If your life would be better if you weren't who you are.
A little.
When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have.
Grass is always greener on the other side.
It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers.
Did you find anything?
I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things, but she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason, and fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish.
Well, the way I see it is, kind of similar. There is an intended course your life is supposed to take, but it's not exactly a strict course. And your course will be dictated by the choices you make. But unlike, no, some doors will never be open to you. Just due to the stats you were born with. Yeah, I'm using gamer talk for real life. And some may eventually open depending upon your choices. And some may close depending upon your choices. But yeah, I do think that, like, I'm not big into predestination. But I like to think that there's a plan slash idea for the course your life is supposed to take, but ultimately the choice is yours. So yeah, I guess I think she's right.
I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish. I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything. So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same.
I suppose priests have to give up a lot too.
The revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty. And there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness.
Self-sacrifice and putting others before yourself is all well and good, but as anyone who's had to take care of an aging parent or grandparent will tell you, in order to be a caregiver, you have to take care of yourself first. Because if you don't, then you're gonna burn out. and everything will be worse. Won't be easy to live that way.
You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden, or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it. This is your choice.
Now let me do
Now's
a treasure
better than
pile.
later.
Just gonna get rid of that. Okay. Okay. Top level. Hey, that's convenient. Zathrian followed us.
And here you are already.
Somehow I figured I'd find you here.
Did you? Aren't you the intuitive one? There was no way to tell what would happen once you reached this ruin, so I decided to come myself.
You mean you wanted to make sure I got the heart?
Just so. Did you?
No, I didn't.
You didn't. May I ask then, why are you leaving the ruin?
So you knew about this ruin. Why didn't you tell me?
There was no need. I knew you would find it, and I did not care to give you a history lesson about things that have no bearing on your purpose here. But it seems the spirit convinced you to act on her behalf. Might I inquire what she wants?
Oh, she won't summon Witherfang unless you break the curse.
You do understand that she actually is Witherfang?
I thought... Actually, spirit can transform into... Okay, yeah, thought as much.
She is the powerful spirit of this ancient forest that I summoned long ago and bound in the body of the wolf. Her nature is that of the forest itself. Beautiful and terrible, serene and savage, maiden and beast. She is the lady and Witherfang both, two sides of a single being. The curse came first from her. Those she afflicted with it mirrored her own nature, becoming savage beast as well as human.
But the werewolves have regained their minds.
I find that difficult to believe. They attacked my clan, and they were the same savages then that they have ever been. They deserve to be wiped out and not defended. Come, I will accompany you back to the ruin. Let us go and speak to the spirit, and I will force her into Witherfang's form. He may then be slain and the heart taken.
I assure you, the werewolves have regained their minds.
Even so, they are still the same worthless creatures that their ancestors were. They deserve nothing more than the misery they possess. This is not your battle, Grey Warden. Let us just take the heart and be done with it.
You do realize I'm a human too, right? In fact, my party is full of humans. You're looking at 3 of them and a Canary. And so, does that mean that you see us as the same people who tortured and murdered your children thousands of years ago? By the way, how have you lived this long? Do you still have so much hatred after all this time?
You were not there. You did not see what they did to my son, to my daughter, and so many others. You are not Dalish. How can you know how we had to struggle to be safe? How could I have let their crimes go unanswered?
But those crimes were committed centuries ago. Or should I say, so your answer is to let them suffer forever.
Tell me, if you held your own daughter's lifeless body in your arms, would you not also have sworn an eternity of pain on those who did such to her?
I might have, but who is being punished now?
Very well. You wish me to go and talk? I will do so. But what if it is only more revenge they wish? Will you safeguard me from harm?
I will. Unless you attack first.
I fail to see the purpose behind this, but very well. It has been many centuries now. Let us see what the spirit has to say.
Yeah, I would definitely unsubscribe people who hurt my kids from life.
So here you are, spirit.
But I'd do it
She is the
quickly
lady
and
of the forest.
efficiently.
You will address her properly.
And I wouldn't pass the blame
You've
on
taken
to
a
their
name,
children.
spirit. And you've given names to your pets? These beasts who follow you?
It was they who gave me a name, Zathrian. And the names they take are their own. They follow me because I help them to find who they are.
Who they are has not changed from whom their ancestors were. Wild savages, worthless dogs. Their twisted shape only mirrors their monstrous hearts.
He will not help us, lady. It is as I warned you. He is not here to talk.
No, I am here to talk, though I see little point in it. We all know where this will lead. Your nature compels it, as does mine.
It does not have to be that way. There is room in your heart for compassion, Zathrian. Surely your retribution is spent.
My retribution is eternal, spirit. As is my pain. This is justice, no more.
Are you certain your pain is the only reason you will not end this curse? Have you told the mortal how it was created?
No, he did not. He said he summoned you and bound you to a wolf.
And so he did. Witherfang and I are bound as one being. But such powerful magic could not be accomplished without Zathrian's own blood. Your people believe you have rediscovered the immortality of their ancestors, Zathrian, but that is not true. So long as the curse exists, so do you.
No, that is not how it is.
Well. So, just how far will you go for your revenge, Zathrian?
I did it for my people. I did it for my son and my daughter. For them, for justice, I would do anything.
The curse would not end with Zathrian's death. His life, however, relies on its existence. And I believe his death plays a part in its ending.
Then we kill him. We tear him apart now.
Hold on.
For all your powers of speech, you are beasts still. What would you gain?
He's not the only beast in here,
Only
Zathrian.
I know how the ritual ends, and I will never do it.
Ha! You see? We must kill them all.
See? They turn on you as quickly. Do what you have come here to do, Grey Warden, or get out of my way.
Okay, first off, Zathrian is not seeking justice. He is seeking revenge. There is a difference. If he had merely attacked those who tortured and murdered his children and then did away with them, that would be justice. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth sort of thing. However, justice is about balance. About, compensating for wrongs done. Zathrian is perpetuating wrongs on people that had no part in the deaths of his children. At all. So, in actuality, you're now the monster, Zathrian. My only question, I want him to end the curse. However, I don't want there to be needless bloodshed. So I'm thinking it's either, I don't care, Zathrian, I won't help you do this, or you'll end that curse if I have to force you myself. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. You'll end that curse, Sathrian, even if I have to force you to do it myself.
We're standing for what's right here, no matter what.
Then you die with them. All of you will suffer as you deserve.
Alright, well, you do that. I'm gonna kill the caster here.
No more. I cannot defeat you.
Finish it. Kill him now.
No, Swift Runner. We will not kill him. If there is no room in our hearts for mercy, how may we expect there to be room in his?
I cannot do as you ask, Spirit. I am too old to know mercy. All I see are the faces of my children, my people. I cannot do it.
Hasn't this gone on long enough, Sathrian?
Perhaps I have lived too long. This hatred in me is like an ancient, gnarled root. It has consumed my soul. What of you, Spirit? You are bound to the curse just as I am. Do you not fear your end?
You are my maker, Zathrian. You gave me form and consciousness where none existed. I have known pain and love, hope and fear, all the joy that is life. Yet of all things, I desire nothing more than an end. I beg you, Maker, put an end to me. We beg you, show mercy.
You shame me, Spirit. I am an old man, alive long past his time.
Then you'll do it? You'll end the curse?
Yes, I think it is time. Let us put an end to it all.
Gunuthanera. Time to sleep, Zathrian. Time to reunite with your kids. Oh, thank God they have clothes.
It's over. She's gone. And we're human. I can scarcely believe it.
So what are you going to do now?
We'll leave the forest, I suppose. Find other humans, see what's out there for us.
By the way, there's a
It
blight
should be
going
quite
on.
interesting, don't you think? Thank you. We'll never forget you.
Oh man, we don't even get to loot Zathrian's body. Fuck. Well, time to loot everything else.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Alright. Well, that was underwhelming. Alright. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Alright, we'll head back to the Dalish camp, sell our stuff, congratulate, I forget her elven name, but Ashley Williams on becoming the new keeper of the clan, and convincing them to honor their commitment. And it'll be time for us to head out. Okay. Okay, so we need to go up.
It is done. The essence of the wolf's heart has banished all traces of cursed blood from the hunters. It is too bad that Zathrian had to die. I felt it when he departed. I think he was ready to go.
Yeah. Took some soul searching, but yeah. He was... I mean... He was a monster. But his final act was heroic, so we'll do that. But did you know about his connection to the curse?
I suspected. But Zathrian did not like to talk about that. Nonetheless, the curse is over, and no one else will be subjected to it. It will be difficult to fill Zathrian's shoes. He was our keeper for many centuries, and he will be sorely missed. But I am keeper now. Let me say it officially then. I hereby swear to uphold the terms of the ancient contract our people formed with the Grey Wardens. Call, and we shall come, with great speed and purpose, and we shall strike at your foes. This I swear.
Thank you, Lena.
It has been a long time since the Dalish marched to war, but I trust that in the end, we shall make a difference for you.
Achievement unlocked. Poacher. Okay. Oh, and we leveled up. Or at least Alistair leveled up. Let's get his willpower up to that. And then we'll up his con. Next. We'll do herbalism. Holy Smite. We're gonna do that. Okay, we're not ready to level yet, but almost ready. Okay. Songbook. In Uthanera. Oh yeah. Translated from the Elven tongue. Elder, your time has come. Now I am filled with sorrow. Weary eyes need resting. Heart has become gray and slow. In waking sleep is freedom. We sing, rejoice, we tell the tales. We laugh and cry. We love one more day. I think Liliana will actually sing that for us if she hasn't already. Alright, let's sell stuff.
We are working hard to make enough equipment for all of the hunters. Our armaments will be superior to anything else you find on the battlefield.
I'd like to barter with you.
I am no merchant, but I have plenty that you may need.
Alright, first, let's get rid of the diamond, the ruby, the emerald, topaz, all of them, the malachite, the fluorspar, the garnet, the quartz, the greenstone, trade manifest, the bowl, the vase, werewolf pelts. Let's see. Need to get that to Liliana. Gonna get rid of that. Get rid of the silver cord. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. That. That. Alright, gray iron, dagger, at those. Alright, that's good. How's the Hala doing?
Allow me to say Masiranus once again for your assistance. You were marvelous how you handled her. I would never have expected it.
Well, I am a little bit of a ranger. Alright, so... Okay. We need to go that way. Well, it's time to head off.
I understand we will be joining you in battle as soon as the hunters have recovered. I look forward to it.
Well, thank you for your assistance.
Aren't you chilly, Sten?
Chilly. I don't know this word.
It's much more.
Alright, party camp. Alright. Well, let's give a couple gifts to people. Start with Zevran. He gets the Dalish gloves.
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
I thought you might like them.
I did not mean to sound ungrateful. It is just... Wait, these are Dalish, are they not? My mother was Dalish, and had a pair very similar to these. The leather was less thick, and it had more embroidery, but these are very close, and quite handsome.
Well, you're welcome.
Do I seem surprised? Perhaps I am. Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
Alright. Also, what's Severn's weapons? Saw sword, crow dagger, okay. And the fox's bow. Okay, what about Liliana? Green blade. Beastman's dagger, okay. And the wild's bow, yeah. We're gonna actually give you... the Dark Moon. There you go. There you go. And we'll do that. And Andraste's Grace.
Flowers? Thank you. They're very pretty.
Smell them.
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
Yay! Liliana doesn't approve because I've already maxed her approval. She literally cannot approve anymore. But we're gonna go ahead and talk with Alistair, and then that would be the end of the stream.
Something you need, my dear? Of course.
Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Ah, of course. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you wearing it.
I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know.
Uh-huh. So this is where you deflect questions with humor, right?
I'd use my shield if I could, but I think you might actually spot me hiding behind it. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
Then make up something more exciting.
You know, I like the way you think. But I guess if you're really curious, there's no harm in obliging. I have a couple of interesting looking moles I can show you later too, if you're interested. The truth of the matter is
Oh, God.
that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
I think I understand.
Using the abilities I have came after years of education and discipline that was difficult to achieve, if rewarding. The sword training and religious doctrine all came later. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
Um. Well, my actual house was taken over by Arl Howe. So I guess my new home is with the Grey Wardens, and more specifically, you.
Really? I guess I like the sound of that. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off.
Oh, I've got ideas as to where our new
The Grey
permanent
Wardens are
home will
gone
be,
for good.
Alistair.
Either way.
Denerim Palace. I'm aiming to become the queen. Well, that can always be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Alright, yeah, that will conclude our business here. Let's see here. Wynn's there. We've got our emissary from the Circle. We've got our emissary from the Dalish. And our emissary from Arl Eamon. We've got 3 of our armies that we need. Well, 3 of our forces. I wouldn't necessarily consider the mages to be an army. They're more like an artillery platoon. But next time we play, we're going to head back to Denerim to get our armors from Wade. And then we're going to do some more companion quests. Namely, not quite Flemeth's Grimoire yet, but we're going to be heading towards the outskirts of Orzammar to finally give Sten the Sword of the Barasad. And then we'll be doing some other stuff to level up. I want everyone to at least be level 15. Then we're going to go after Flemeth's Grimoire. Hi, Gio. Welcome to the end of the stream. Let's see here. Happy USA. Yep, happy Independence Day. Should I do the thing? Okay, so I am going to be going over to my aunt and uncle's this early afternoon and evening. We're gonna be grilling up some probably burgers, hot dogs. Since we're in city limits, we can't actually blow anything up. But, you know, do the thing. Okay. All right. So, from the movie Independence Day. Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you'll be launching the greatest, or the largest aerial battle in history of mankind. Mankind. That word should have a new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We'll be united in our common interests. Perhaps it is fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom, not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day. I saw that movie when I was like 7. And I love that scene. I love that movie. It is a movie that is at the same time bad and cringe, but at the same time I love it because of it. God damn it, you got this man quoting ID4. But that scene is, I mean, that is the rousing speech. Like, I love it. It's so narmy and stupid, but I love it. Pacific Rim has another one that's similar. Where Idris Elba just goes, "Today we're canceling the apocalypse." I mean, doesn't that just make you want to hop in an FA-18 or jump in a Jaeger and punch an alien in the face? But anyway, yeah, it's Independence Day. I will be streaming Arkham City tonight, but it will probably be closer to 9 p.m. Central. Because, you know, I'm going to be spending the late afternoon, early evening with my folks. Well, my folks, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my singular remaining grandparent. But yeah, tomorrow morning, provided I can dodge the storms, we'll be doing Cyberpunk 2077. Of course, aliens use PC technology. Yeah, it's great. Sunday, we'll be curing the genophage in Mass Effect 3. Monday, we'll be doing Final Fantasy X-2 gambling tournament. And later Monday, probably afternoon, we'll be doing the night playthrough of Ace Combat 0. We might actually just go for the full playthrough. Because, you know, why not? I have the whole day. I'll probably be going down to my folks sometime Monday to pick more blueberries along with Saturday evening. Because apparently they got a lot of blueberries, and they need help picking them. So I'll be going down like Saturday evening and then Monday mid-morning. Because I like blueberries. I do. Then Wednesday, we're going to take the proving in Horizon Zero Dawn. And we will continue Stray. Jam, jelly, juice, wax. Yeah. Or, you know, just eating them straight off the bush. My folks don't use pesticides, so I mean, just rinse them off a little bit to get the dirt off, and then yay. But Thursday in the aircraft showcase, we're going to start with the Soviet aircraft, the MiGs, and the Su-30s. Doesn't get fresh. Exactly. Then next Friday in Dragon Age Origins, we we will stop by Denerim, do some side quests there. Then we're going to get Sten's sword. If we're all about level 15, we might go after Flemeth. I'm not sure. But we will definitely be taking care of Flemeth before we call the lands meet. But yeah. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun. And ooh, blueberry pancakes sound great. Stop giving me food ideas. I'm hungry now. But anyway, take care. And I will see you guys tonight with Arkham City. Happy 4th of July, everybody.